Hello and good evening for all mankind. Season 3, episode 10, Stranger in a Strange Land is over, and it has been since August of 2022. Well, we're just getting started here in November now of 2025 as we continue our mission to watch every episode of For All Mankind and podcast all about it. Now, here's the guy who's wondering if Molly was right about the Selfish Prick Club and its members changing the world. I'm your host, Dave Mader.
I thought that was going to be my intro.
Sorry, Jody. From political showdowns and Martian survival to heartbreaking loss and unexpected reunions, we're here to break it all down. We got a great panel here once again to talk all about it. Spoilers, of course, if you have not seen this episode of For All Mankind yet, but we're going to be breaking all that down, and all season 3 pretty much as well. Coming in first, she's watching Karen Baldwin's story end in tragedy, Ellen's journey come full circle with Pam, and the cost of courage written across every decision. Style meets steel. It's Heather Narduzzi.
Hello. This episode has everything. Death.
And a birth. There's a birth.
That was great.
There's mostly Lesbians.
Can't wait to get to that part. Loves it.
Yes, lots to break down. A bombing, lots of deaths, defections, lots to talk about here in this
Brand
episode.
new defector dog.
Yes.
New defector dog has emerged. Well, maybe not all that unheard of. Our spiritual compass coming in next. Still raising an eyebrow at North Korea's stealth Mars landing, but weighing Ellen's reunion with Pam, Molly's legacy, and the cost of political defiance with his signature clarity. It's Kevin Millard.
All right, I'm not going to bury the lead. I love the Korean guy now.
He's been converted in the service of the glorious nation. Of course, coming in here next, grounded in Ottawa and definitely not defecting to the USSR, he reads the Martian terrain like a chessboard. He knows about running from the wolf just to meet the bear. It's Adam Woodward.
Hey guys. Hey, just before we move on here, I'd like to welcome Pascal in the chat there. Mm-hmm. He was on, came in to see Dave Puxley and Davin and I last night on Class L Probe. So good to see you again, Pascal.
Pascal and Kimberly are tuning in from Olamec, Nouveau-Brunswick, Northern New Brunswick. Hi, Pascal and Kim. We love you.
Hello. Well, welcome all. Of course, it's a live stream here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and you can also listen to us on audio version. So if you are watching live, feel free to interject your comments, your questions, anything like that. Glad to have you with us. Also, on the panel tonight, he's our technologist who doesn't blink at spacewalks, capsule crashes, or Martian logistics. But when Margot fakes her death and defects to the Soviet Union, he's rerouting the fix. He's questioning the whole blueprint. It's Jody Simpson.
Hello, Dave. You know what's great about this episode? People have died that I wanted to die.
Yes.
And people have left because I wanted them to leave.
Yeah.
And more importantly, Molly's back.
Not for long.
Not for long.
Oh,
Did you not pick up on that?
I know.
Oh, yeah.
But it doesn't matter. She was back for most of the episode.
She was back.
It was a great episode for her.
It was.
It was a great episode, yeah.
I want that explained, but we can talk about it later.
We will talk about it.
To it first. Yeah.
And to round out our panel, he's tracking the echoes of Apollo's through Helios's collapse, NASA's reckoning, and Margot's quiet disappearance. If Aleda and Bill are circling the truth, he's wondering which version of history we will remember. It's Jeff Mader.
Hey, yes, I think my quick thoughts on this episode is if Lost and the Martian had a baby, that would be this episode.
You got Lost vibes and the Martian. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, we're going to be breaking down this episode fully here. Now, this is the 30th episode overall. It, as I mentioned, came out August 12th, 2022. Written by Matt Wolpert and Ben Ndidivi and directed by Craig Zisk. And yeah, a few things that happened in this episode. We reveal that the first man on Mars was actually Lee Jung-il, right? Jung-il. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but he was there before Danielle and Kuznetsov ever landed there. We have the whole Kelly giving birth in space, her getting her up to the Phoenix. We have the tragedy on Earth with the whole bombing of the Johnson Space Center. We have the deaths here of Karen and Molly, and a faked death of Margot. We also get the whole Space Center being renamed after Molly in the end of the episode here. It becomes the Molly Cobb Space Center instead of the Johnson Space Center. Vice President Bragg demands Ellen's resignation to avoid impeachment. And she refuses, but then she's with Pam, and we're not sure. We'll have to find out what's going on with that next season. And the final thing here was Danny Stevens confessing that his role in the whole drilling disaster and the landslide and him being sort of exiled to the North Korean capsule to live.
Ed's reaction though during the conversation was fantastic.
Oh, it's what a great scene that is.
Yeah.
I actually felt threatened watching that scene.
Oh yeah, I was
Personally.
like,
Me
this is up.
too.
I thought that this was.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little turned on too.
Yeah.
It was like the phone again, Jody. It was like the phone.
What's that?
If Danny was the phone, he'd be slammed against that wall.
Actually,
That
that would have only made that scene better if he's like, I'm gonna slam you like a goddamn phone.
Yeah,
and
Ed's like,
everybody wouldn't understand that except for the people who have watched the show.
Karen made me mow the lawn in the middle of the night. Now you're the lawn. And
Yeah, there you go. There's another good one. Yeah. But
I gotta
think
go
when they went-
shovel moon dust. I mean Mars dust. You know, like I can see that.
I'll teach
Yes.
you how to ride a bike.
There's another good one.
Okay, let's start with Kevin. Kevin, what did you think of this as an episode and as a finale of the season?
I just gotta say, this cold open is incredible. I love the Castaway vibe of it. I don't even like that movie, but it just, this North Korean, when he loses his tape recorder, when that stops working, I was like, that is his last connection to life, to human, to anything. And you really feel that from him during that.
It was
And
like his
then-
Wilson. It was like his
Yes.
volleyball.
And then in the near the end of the episode, when they show him talking to some loved one, maybe his
I think
wife
it's his
or
wife.
whatever,
Yeah.
that really got me. I was like, oh my God, like, because I remembered that thing at the beginning. Everything in between seems inconsequential after that.
See, I got more Lost Desmond vibes
Yeah.
at the bottom of the hatch, and
Mhm.
he's alone, and he's gone this mission, and he has to save the world. I got a lot of those vibes from. I got so many Lost vibes throughout this whole episode. Even the title of the episode, "Stranger in a Strange Land," is a title of a Lost episode. The worst Lost episode ever, but a Lost.
And I learned that what I care about the least is Kelly and her fucking baby. I don't care. Like,
Also, like,
what
Lost.
is this?
Also like Lost. Yeah. I'm still, like I cared less this watch about any of that. Okay, let's go over to Jody next. Jody, did you, a couple of characters died that you were happy died.
Absolutely.
You can't be happy about Molly,
Not happy about Molly.
we
But you
lost
know
Molly.
what? She had a good last run though, which is, I admire that.
She had a strong final outing here, I would
Yeah,
say.
and I also
Yes.
agree with Kevin. I could care less about Kelly's baby, or Kelly for that matter.
Yeah.
But the scene getting her up there though was pretty cool.
Kelly's fine. I just don't. This whole situation with the baby, I just don't care.
All it tells me is she's irresponsible.
Well, I got a feel for those 10 people that gotta live for a year and a half on Mars, living off 2 crackers or whatever they're gonna get each day, and
I love how she protested. She was just like, "You guys can't do that," and then they're like,
Okay.
"We're all doing it," and she's like, "I go no, there's another way. I'll think of something." And she's like, "I got nothing," and they're like, "Okay," like she just gave up. She knew she had no options, but like also, it was totally her fault.
there was that whole part. I was like, later on in the episode where they're trying to figure out how to get her home, and like one of the Helios guys, like maybe if you had to crash your ship into
Right.
like Earth or into Mars and like totally screwed it up. Maybe there'd be another way to get up to the ship now.
And the Helios, no, the NASA guy's like, well, maybe you had to blow up a mountain. We wouldn't have to save you guys. Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of that. Okay, Jeff, anything you kind of got like some of your thoughts out there, but anything else you want to add?
Not really. Other than, I guess the ending also Oklahoma City vibes for sure.
Yeah.
Oklahoma
I
City.
bet that was
Very
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's almost like they had footage from it. It looked very similar to that.
Very similar. Yeah.
Or they're recreating a lot of that stuff. Yeah. Okay, and Heather, how was this one for you? I know you've seen it before, but you're coming back to it.
I loved it. I gotta say, I also do not care about the baby.
Oh,
Sorry,
no.
baby. It's nice that you were
We should take a
born
vote.
in
There's
orbit
6 people
Mars,
here. How many
whatever,
people care
but
about the
yeah,
baby?
No, I don't care. I don't care at all. But I knew it was coming this time, so it wasn't as much of a shock. But like, I was gagged the first time I watched this, and Aleda goes into Margot's office, and just that shot, and like, I thought she did such a great job, just like, and I still found it really impactful this time, even though I knew it was going to happen. Just really great. And of course, Ellen and Pam, even though Ellen sucks and Pam should not take her back, really,
I agree.
it was sweet. I loved it. She just showed up at the door, and what's going to happen now?
Yeah,
I loved it.
that was nice.
Ellen doesn't deserve her happy ending.
Well, she might get.
Well,
it.
when I was watching that scene, I was like, "Oh, the Johnson Space Center just blew up, but the president's got to go deal with her love life right now."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like she might need to be somewhere
Priorities.
else, unless she's
No, she's
resigning.
like, I quit being president. Now I'm a lesbian. Goodbye, everybody. I'm gonna go be a rural lesbian. See ya.
Right.
I'm pretty
Right.
sure you could be a lesbian and
Break
a
out the
president at
plaid.
the same time.
But she doesn't resign, does she? Or that's the part of it. I can't even remember exactly because I know we're gonna pick up.
No
basically-
spoilers. No spoilers.
It sounds like she's going to be impeached. That's basically what she wasn't going to resign. That was basically and she wanted the Republican Party to implode on itself. That was basically what she insinuated in the Oval Office when the vice president was.
But
threatened.
she might not seek a re-election. I can't remember exactly where it picks up 8 years later, but she wouldn't be the president anyway by then. No matter
well,
what,
we end
so-
the episode in 2003, right?
right. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Well, I'd
Adam.
just like to say also, like, we will get to it, but about the opening. So the Koreans' foot was the foot we saw stepping on Mars for the
Yes.
first time in the flash
Yeah.
forward. Remember when the episode of Will Tyler coming out? I
Mhm.
thought maybe that was the foot that we saw when he went off on his own. No, 100% it was the Korean.
No, I thought you were like throwing them off when you threw that out there on the podcast.
No, I
because-
genuinely forgot. I have a shitty memory.
I was like, oh, Heather, you're so brilliant. You're throwing them off the set. They're never going to see this
Tricking the
Korean thing
boys,
coming.
just preventing spoilers.
All right. And Adam, your thoughts?
Okay, well, I gotta finish it. It's definitely all 6 of us because the Kelly thing, you could have saved minutes again. Save minutes. This is the way I am with this show now. But I too enjoyed the beginning. I thought it was a great start. Kevin, I'm with you. This guy had very few lines, and I really like him. And with the lines he had, I couldn't understand. Even better.
I could have done the full hour 24, just that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love like the music they use with that song and everything.
Yeah.
It's a great
I
sequence.
this was one episode I really liked
Connection.
what was going on down on Earth and on the planet. It was aside from stupid Kelly, but it really worked out well. The storyline of the bomb, like the bombing thing, it was. Here's my thing: is that this season this episode could have been two episodes. Like
Yes,
I would have liked to
like-
see more on the bombing and more maybe like them trying to figure it out. But man, they didn't save the day. And I like Karen, by the way, Jody. I'm sorry that she's gone.
I love
not.
Karen.
Well,
But I'm very disappointed. First of all, happy about Sergey that he's in America. He seems so happy
Mhm.
and or on his way. And then I was honestly really pleased that Margot was not in the office until I saw her pop up wherever the hell she is.
Moscow or Star City. I couldn't quite tell, but
She swapped places.
How many of you thought Margot was dead, or did you all? See
I
that?
didn't.
No,
The first
I
time I watched
wish
it,
she was dead.
you, thought, you wish she was dead. Oh no.
I don't like
I'm
Margot.
sure I need to go that far.
Well,
but
neither does Molly Cobb.
No.
What do you
Molly
mean I
Cobb-
don't need to go that far, Jody? You go that far all the time.
You know what?
Jody, you
know
hate
what?
every
I'm getting
character
a little
on every
tired.
show we watch.
I'm getting a little tired of this whole Adam trying to do me up thing because he really is trying to do me up.
Just think, Adam, we're going to be able to call her Defector Dog for a whole season.
That's true.
True.
But you know what? I was also thinking, like, she is the director of I was going to say Starfleet, but the Johnson Space Center.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
You know,
NASA.
He's making some good coin there. She never bought a new dress, ever.
Well, she won't be getting it in Soviet Russia. I can tell
He's
you
probably
that.
got tons of cash bags.
she'll fit right in Soviet Russia.
She's gonna get to
You
live.
don't need
right
money
now.
in Soviet Russia. You know?
She's gonna get to live off grid.
Yeah,
So since we all agreed that we hated all the Kelly stuff, can we just yada yada through that? Because we got a lot
Absolutely.
of episodes to
Yeah.
get through.
I will yada
Can
yada.
Can I say one more thing?
Okay.
Watching Ed
Yeah.
crawl out of that capsule, it was like I just thought of a cockroach. The guy lives through everything.
Mm.
He really does. Yeah.
Nothing can kill Ed Baldwin. Come on.
Nothing could kill the star of the show.
He's a man. He's gonna be a man, and he's
Be
gonna
a
survive.
man, Ed.
Yeah.
I have to
survive.
admit, I was a little surprised that they killed off what's her name, but
Karen.
But
Aaron,
the
yeah.
same token, I did like I did like his reaction when he found out. Like, you know, he still
Yeah.
has feelings for her, and we haven't seen Kelly react yet, and you know what that'll be. That'll be a waste of time. So
Yeah, like I thought it was interesting that they kill off Karen here. Molly, I wasn't as surprised with because Molly,
Okay.
you know,
can we just skip to that? How did she die?
she smoke inhalation.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
A death worthy of Stovokor. They
She
did
was-
her well. They did a good job.
yeah. But Karen's story, I didn't feel like Karen's story had kind of come to any kind of conclusion, and so like there was all this tension.
I
here,
think it's
and-
pretty concluded now, Dave.
in this well, it is now, but like in this episode, like this whole thing of her taking over Helios from Dev and her confrontation, and they're like that won't have any closure now, right? Because it can't.
well, does Deb stay in the business now? Like, I can't believe you're gonna.
Well, I can tell you, Dev's back next season in some
Yeah,
way, but
There's one thing that bothered me with Karen this season, and it was like, where was the concern? Not for Ed. I get that's your ex-husband, but where was the concern for Kelly? Like throughout the whole, it's like a passing
care, so
line
why
in
should
She
this
doesn't care
episode.
about Kelly's baby either.
Yeah, she
got
does.
stock options, Jeff.
She's worried about stock options, CEO, power struggles, corporate. It just like kind of like for me, it's just her character changed so much.
It's like
who
I think
she was.
when she's got family off the planet, she's now so disengaged with that whole
Mhm.
emotion, she doesn't care.
But that's
She's-
the problem. Part of the problem for me is like she had a child die, and I just don't think that trauma, like she just can I just don't think she would have disengaged from it. Like, you know, I think the worry would have always been there a little bit. I just thought there should have been a few more. I'm sure she did, and she does say it in the episode. I just wish there was a few more scenes throughout the season where that's acknowledged a little bit more from Karen. But basically, she says in the conversation with is it Jimmy, that like she's like, yeah, like I put it out of my mind now, which at least they had, like, there is a scene about it, but like it's just kind of strange to me that she wasn't worried about it like that
Well,
way.
she wasn't, but maybe not to the extent you would expect. I guess
Right.
that's what you're saying.
But her whole
Perhaps she's
shtick was to,
experienced so much trauma that she's really good at compartmentalizing.
Right.
but
I think
that's
that's
also her
what it
shtick,
is.
right? Her shtick is to basically be the hard ass who doesn't react and who, you know, can command any decision, you know, like that's kind of what she's trying to do, and this is the only way she can control those things, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Kelly's baby thing. Okay, I get nobody cares about the baby and Kelly, but the scene where like they basically copied the Martian, the whole ending of
100%,
the movie. But was that exciting for you guys?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
awesome.
I like the scene.
Oh,
The scene
Adam
was good.
hating it.
I liked it. I think that they do a good really job with the music and like in the sequence and whatever. But I was like, Okay, but like this baby is like this pregnant woman is going to be able to be launched like as a rocket up into space and then launch herself towards a space. Like this will cause complications.
That
I
was
didn't-
really funny to me though. Like, I'm really good at suspending my disbelief and I don't like super care about details if the story's good. But I was like, okay, so it's too dangerous to have a baby on Mars. So they're going to rocket ship her
So
into space.
Outside.
Where she is the rocket ship. She's not in one.
Yes.
She is the rocket ship.
Yeah. Well,
I guess they're not going through an atmosphere, so she's not getting any really resistance. So I guess probably okay.
Not much,
Yeah.
but a little, like, so anyway, well, if everyone's ready, we can jump into the screenshots. I'll try not to dwell on the Kelly of it all, more than necessary. So let's run through what we saw in the episode, starting off with the flashback to, I guess this is March of 1995, when the Koreans were landing their probe ship. Now, like, suspend disbelief here. There were two North Korean astronauts or cosmonauts. I'm not quite sure what the term is, but their descent here was, a rough one. There's a lot of arguments here about when to pull the parachutes and come down here, but ultimately, the main thing is that there were two of them, but when they finally do pull these parachutes, they're going to hit pretty hard. And we see that is his name. I need to just figure out what his name is. This guy, Lee, right? Lee Jung-il. I'm just gonna call him Lee. So Lee's looking at his wife here, brace for impact. Oh, yeah, this is February. I'm sorry, of 1995. And when Lee woke up after the crash, he was, not feeling great. But when he looked over at his comrade, his guy who was killed. So he's the only survivor of the landing.
Dave, North Korean astronauts are called astronauts.
Okay, thank you. Astronauts. So anyway, but he's the first living person on Mars. And we see, as Heather mentioned, this was the foot we saw at the end of season 2, the teaser that talked about coming to Mars. And it was him all along. It was always Lee. We never knew until now. So Lee
I do like the fact that his suit is kind of a composite of all the other places, because he's got some Russian accents there. He's got like some US stuff. He's got
the design's distinct.
Flashlight. It's distinct, but it's still taking elements from all the different things, because realistically they probably stole a lot of stuff, right? So maybe. I think that's supposed to be kind of the intent.
Yeah, we also see him burying his compatriot, his fellow astronaut, even creating a little graveyard for him here. But now he's all alone here in February after having buried the co-pilot, and then he tries to establish communication with with his base.
There you go, Lee Jung-il.
Yeah, I should know it. He did say it over and over and over again throughout this sequence.
I think it's actually Lee Young.
He had completed the mission objective in honor of their great nation, and he'll be waiting for transmission. So Lee's his last name, right? Because they do last name or like family name first and then given name, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Like the Bajorans. Anyway, so he keeps trying to call them over and over again, but he never gets a response. So he's just he's killing time here on Mars, trying to let everyone know about this great accomplishment. There's nothing, his satellite dish is not quite working.
Oh, his sad satellite dish.
His sad satellite dish, yeah. He's eating, he has like these cans of I don't know.
Wet slop.
Sad food.
In there.
It's clearly beefed potato stew, guys. Come on.
I think it says better than spaghetti on the side.
Yeah, it's better. Well, he was fine with it. It seemed like, so he's just eating like this.
I don't know what that is though.
I think it's like, I don't know.
Fish.
I'm not fish probably. Anyway, so he's out there. He's trying to. He's taking soil samples. He's trying to carry on with his mission. I don't understand. Like, was this a one-way trip? Like, how are they ever getting back?
Can I say one thing about this? How the hell did the Americans and the Russians and Helios not see a ship going toward Mars on
They,
Yeah.
they thought it was just a
radar?
They thought it was just a satellite, or a probe rather.
Yeah, because there was a scene that they explained a couple episodes back, or like right after they launched. So I guess it would have been at the beginning of the season. But they did say that the North Koreans got their satellites out before because they had to delay or something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't
I
just
remember
North Korea.
hearing
Like
something
India,
in the
India
conversation
sent some
about it.
probes here, and there was a couple other nations. So, but their probe just happened to secretly have two guys inside of it, apparently. And so that's where he's at. But like, there's no like there appears to be no way to get home, like that I can tell. So,
But they also came in hard and crashed. So I'm guessing if they can leave, then it's
maybe there was a plan. Anyway, he's running out of cans of I guess it's chicken. There are some roosters on the sides of those cans.
Oh yeah.
Chicken of the sea.
Chicken of the sea, perhaps. But he's not. And then we see him like eventually looking over at this lockbox while he's continuing to try to establish communication. We'll find out what that is in a bit. But the satellite dish is not working. He's running through these cans, trying to get by. Looking at sad for his wife. More
Does
cans.
he ever put the garbage out or?
Nope. No, he likes the smell. So
Yeah, yeah. Couldn't you just like bury them or something?
you can just put them outside, really. Like
Like it's a small enough craft. I don't think you need to litter
It
the
makes the
floor with
capsule
cans.
smell like the sea.
Oh, there you go.
chicken of the sea. Anyways,
We're
misses
making
his
jokes
wife.
here, but this was so sad.
It was.
Yeah. Well, this guy's poor, just the loneliness of it all, and he misses his wife, and he misses everybody. He doesn't have anything, and he's looking at that box, which has the gun in it. But he's not there yet. He's taking more soil samples, trying to do some science. High levels of magnesium in this Martian soil, we're told.
Excellent. Now you just need something else for gunpowder.
Yeah. Eventually, he kind of, alluding to Castaway, as Kevin was mentioning, he sees like his two knee prints here in the sand or the regolith, and he decides to make a little happy face for himself.
Dude's going crazy.
Yeah, he's like, ha ha ha, this is amazing.
And at this point, I was like, I will watch this for an hour and 20. Like, if this is the entire episode, I was like, I kind of hope it is. Like, I just want to see this guy go fucking mental for a finale.
Yeah. He nearly does.
Ever seen the movie Moon?
No.
If you haven't, you should see that.
Sam Rockwell.
Yep, Sam Rockwell. Yeah.
Yeah, he has this little tape recorder that stops working on his last connection, as Kevin mentioned, to any kind of, somebody to talk to, something to do. And he smashes the thing to bits here in frustration. The cabin fever.
It was at that moment where I was like, okay, now he is utterly alone. Like he can't listen to music. He's alone. Yeah.
He's alone, just killing time and waiting for his food to run out, I guess. So he's looking at the box still. Eventually, he does pull it out here, and he has the key for it and all that. Opens it up, and there it is, like the pistol. Because why? Who needs a gun in space? North Koreans do. Well, I guess they all had them in last season, for that matter. Anyway, so
and nothing bad happened.
Nothing bad happened with the guns. They was completely normal.
Nothing ever bad happens with guns, guys.
No.
Come on.
Guns don't kill people.
It's true.
Yeah. So we got Lee here looking at his wife, looking at the picture of his wife, looking at the gun, trying to decide what he's gonna do. Making up his mind here. He's getting very sad. Great performance here by the actor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this guy's phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's a great job.
Looking at that picture of his wife, and just when he thinks all is lost, all hope's lost, we see that the rover from Happy Valley is approaching now, and we're kind of catching up to the events of the previous episode now. There's other people.
I love how they did this, how they showed the rovers come and just like from his perspective around this like rock formation. I thought that was so cool. Really well done.
And we see him looking at Danielle and
I
Kuznetsov
still
from around.
don't know what that ring connects to.
What ring?
The one around her waist. That clearly isn't interlocking.
I don't know. I'm not
Drives me
a
nuts every time I see it.
Anyway, so we hear then Lee's like yelling at them, "Get away from my ship!" But they're not on the same frequency. They're headsets, so they can't hear him. He can't hear them. They can't hear. They can see his mouth moving through the glass of his suit. So they're just like, "Don't
Imagine
shoot
being on Mars, going like, what was it, like 25 kilometers or something they had to do, where you think you're completely alone other than the people you're with, and then all of a sudden this guy draws a gun on you.
Yeah, this guy comes around a corner, and then it's like,
Like,
I don't know.
wow,
Yeah,
that's
I think-
mind fuck.
Well,
I would
this
have
is no-
appreciated this scene if he hadn't used the gun. He just welcomed them because he's got to be near his end. Of the
Right.
Well, he is. He's near the end of his rope.
Yeah.
He's got that North Korean doctrine and training in him. So
But I get you're scared and like you don't want someone to like take your ship, but your ship is your home. It's your means of survival. But like you would think you're that alone, and you're like, oh my god, I actually have a chance to actually survive. Like long term, get out of here.
But we also
Yeah,
don't
but I
know
mean,
how
like,
much
he's-
time has passed before, like, when he was going crazy and all that. So
Yeah, that's what I
This
was gonna
could be
say.
like a
How
month
long has he
after
been alone?
crazy.
He's not maybe really feeling like the
He might not
welcome
even
and
be there.
vibes that
Yeah.
he may have
That is
some
fair.
time ago.
Yeah.
he's just running on instinct at this point.
Desmond wasn't doing too well down in that hatch for a long time, and
He
when he
was
came out, he
not.
was pointing guns at people.
we don't want to take your ship. We just want to put Danny in it for like a year and a half. Is that okay? Like,
Once you meet him, you'll be like, yeah, okay,
I
Yeah,
get it.
No
I get it.
problem. Yeah.
no problem. I'll
Anyway,
even
so-
change the sheets.
So we got this whole thing with it's still the same cliffhanger from the last episode, but just from his perspective. Now he's pointing the gun at them. He's traumatized. Very
He
much so.
is.
Absolutely.
So we have our credits, and after that we head into our first scene post credits, which is at the White House after the whole revelation, the press conference that President Wilson gave, revealing that she's gay. We see some of the headlines from the different newspapers from across the country. A double life. Wilson comes out as lesbian. Congressional inquiry stokes protests and counter protests. We see her. The New York Daily Telegraph calling her liar, liar. All this is the deception.
I guess
and-
the Republicans still own that.
probably. And guess who's here? Vice President Bragg, her old friend, her old pal. And he's saying this. I'm just gonna lay it out for you. This is a big scandal. They want to impeach you, and even mostly the Republicans want to impeach you, and that's their party for that matter. So she's like, well, I guess I don't think my sexuality counts as high crimes and misdemeanors, but it's a political trial. It's not really.
Depends on which state.
Yeah. Anyway, so basically, she says, Bragg, you just want my job. You want me to resign. And basically, and he's like, I'll do whatever I can to protect your legacy. She's like, you don't give a damn about my legacy or anything else. Let's get real here.
Why do presidents always pick the absolute worst person to be the vice president?
The idea always is that, in a political party,
Make
you
it
have
look
many
better.
factions and so you need somebody from like the other faction, the other major faction in the party to sort of bring the ticket together.
Yeah, I disagree. I don't think anybody cares about that.
I
think
think that's what you
people-
see every time, though.
I know. I just think it's wrong. I think like Kennedy picked Johnson, wrong guy.
Mhm.
Like there's certain times in history. Like no,
Who picked the right guy? Who's like the best?
I don't. I couldn't even think of a good. Maybe I guess you could argue Obama.
Obama.
Obama and Biden. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
What about Sarah Palin, y'all? Caribou Barbie.
She wasn't vice president though.
They
she
didn't
wasn't
win, so it would have been interesting. But yeah, I don't think John
Well, we
McCain.
got a
would've-
lot of good Tina Fey jokes out of her anyway.
That's right.
So
We did.
Yeah.
That was the best thing about her.
Well, I guess like you could say Dick Cheney was the most effective vice president. In the sense
Well,
of-
he was.
Yeah,
He
shooting
was
people
president.
in the face.
Yeah. He should-
Just don't take him hunting. That's the thing.
yeah. He was president though. That was the.
He was president. Yeah.
That was.
Anyway, so she's hoping to get some Democratic support in the Senate to avoid impeachment. And he's like, that's the party we've been going against. So I don't know. There's all these things.
Would she have gotten it? Probably not. The Democrats would have turned on her.
Well, like if her own party's against her, and and then the Democrats see the chance to maybe elect a Democrat in like a year, like I don't think they would back her up. But anyway, we're gonna catch up here with Karen as she's going to see Wayne. Wayne does not appear in the episode. Instead, it's Molly. These are the two women who will die in this episode, having their conversation here at Molly and Wayne's apartment, as Molly has been continuing her new hobby of painting. Wayne's not here. He's not gonna be back for a while. And so
Can
Molly's
you go
like,
back one screenshot? Karen, girl, what are you wearing here today? It looks like she's wearing
my grandmother's couch from the 60s.
Yes, like a tweed ass blazer over a t-shirt or something. Girl, is this the outfit you want to die in?
Look,
Yeah,
she's just going to get high. Like she's just going to get high with her buddy.
yeah, true.
I suppose that's a good point. Like this is a good outfit for eating goo balls on the couch.
And Molly can't see her, so
Why does every conversation end up back to goo balls here?
See her.
Dang.
Well, she can't. So, it's just
Because if she could, she'd say, "What are you wearing?"
what the hell are you wearing? You know?
What happened between these two? Why is she so angry at her?
I don't think she's that angry at her. It's more. I guess it's more that Molly's friends with Ed and Karen's friends with Wayne. So these two don't necessarily have that
Picking
strong of a
sides
friendship.
thing.
And also, Molly's just kind of cantankerous. That's just how she gets on,
Yeah.
Right, and Karen is too people pleasing, and so like I think Molly's trying to like poke her and say,
She's like, join the selfish prick club.
Right.
Selfish prick. Yeah, we see here Karen like trying to adjust her candles or whatever. And,
No, but then she said, "Oh, nice painting. It's not mine."
yeah, those are Wayne's.
Those are his.
She tried. She really did
So-
try.
Out of curiosity, any of you guys know how I can join this, selfish prick club?
You're already there.
Well,
You're the chairman.
Join it. You sit on the board, my
Adam,
friend.
I am so proud of you.
anyway, yeah. So Karen's giving her whole dilemma. Well, the board approached me. They want to get Dev out, make me the CEO, and Molly's just like, "This is your problem, right?" She was like,
no, princess.
I'm having so much success. I don't know what to do.
when they offered me Gordo Stevens' spot on Apollo 15, do you think I went, "Oh, what about Gordo? What about his feelings?" I went, "Hell no! Yes, sign me up. Give me the job." Right?
I'm there.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to do, Karen. And Karen, well, that's not necessarily Karen's nature, right?
What? Yes, it is.
Well,
Taking exactly what she wants is definitely Karen's nature.
You know what? When the couch behind her is better looking than the suit she's wearing,
I can't even tell. Is she there? It's like a mirage. Like
The day that she took the offer from Sam for the outpost is when she changed.
Mhm.
Yeah, and she has like lived 10 years of all that too, right?
Which I think is totally understandable because up until then, her life had been all about Ed. She was there to
Actually,
raise
you're right.
Ed's children and facilitate his life and wait for him until, and then she was like, no, I'm going to do something for me.
I think actually that changes it then, because then the day that she changed was the day that she took the restaurant on.
Well, you could
Or-
argue the day their son.
All I know is with her
No, the
Yes,
day
exactly.
she banged Danny was the day everything changed. Like,
No, that was the day everything changed for Danny.
Wow.
Karen
But the best
was
thing,
like,
guys,
it's over, kid, beat it.
Yeah.
the best thing about her dying though is the fact that nobody else has to suffer her spaghetti, and that is really
Ed
true.
still makes
Oh no!
that.
Oh no! Kelly, she taught Kelly everything she knows. The spaghetti
no.
lives on, guys. The
Oh,
spaghetti lives on.
that Baldwin grandchild will definitely be
damn
getting
it.
some of that.
That will
That
spaghetti.
poor kid's gonna
Kevin,
be
I was so
wild
happy
murdered.
until you said that.
There'll be spaghetti in season 4. I almost guarantee it.
There will be. All right. Well, let's move on from this scene. We head back to Happy Valley and Mars, and okay, this is
Look
the
that
Kelly
happy.
stuff.
Yeah.
Kelly's pregnant, but are the doctors saying you
Blah,
can't
blah,
give
blah, we're done.
birth here on Mars? She's got the fake baby bump, and
Something's wrong.
Remember like 2 episodes ago where like the Soviet guys were like, when are we going to tell Kelly she's pregnant? I thought these Soviets wanted to eat this baby, but no. It turns out they
were just very concerned for their safety. Yeah.
Yeah. It turns out Dimitri's a pretty good doctor and a nice guy overall, you know? And he was like, hey, I'm trying to help her. I can't, if she stays here on Mars to have this baby, they'll both die, like very likely, or at least one of them.
Yeah.
So Ed cannot lose Kelly, you know, the trauma of Shane looming large here. He has to do whatever he can, and they need to come up with a plan. So, but they have a lot of technical challenges to get there. Anyway, so they're trying to figure that out. Then we catch up again with Danielle and Kuznetsov over with our Korean friend, Lee. They're sitting down behind this boulder as he's just, I don't know, looking at them with the gun pointed at them, not sure what to do. So they're like Poole and Kuznetsov are having this conversation. What they're gonna do, right? Like,
this is a great scene. I really like the different perspectives they use. Like they shot Danielle and Kuz from like his foot level, you know, like this, right? That's cool.
Shot. Yeah, and them talking about what they do, and they're like, what's your plan? Because that's like, okay, let's rush him at the same time. He can only shoot one of us. And she's like, that's not your best plan, is it? He's like, yeah, it's kind of my best plan.
Very manly plan.
Right.
The female plan would be more to talk.
No, she's like, what if I draw in the sand? Let's go. You know.
No, I don't think this is the male versus female thing. I think that's a Russian versus American.
Right. Yeah, there might be a bit of that too.
A bit of.
No. Americans also love to come in guns blazing.
That is true. Yes.
I don't get that impression
who gets
from
up
Danielle,
and does
though.
it?
Yeah, if Kuznetsov had said this to, like, if it was Ed Baldwin in this situation instead of Danielle, he would have, let's get him.
Ed would have already been standing up.
But yeah, I think it's more Poole's. She's definitely more level-headed, let's say. Anyway, so they both laugh, realizing that neither of them were the first person on Mars. He was, like, they put all that together, and like,
well, if you kill him, there's no proof.
And you think about all that trouble they went through. They destroyed the ship. Like they were literally like knocking each other over as they were landing on Mars back originally, and it was all for nothing because this guy was already here. It was already, you know. And we'll get to more, I guess, in that phone call that comes up here with Ellen and the Russian president. But basically,
I like that Danielle and Dimitri have kind of grown a friendship over the time.
Oh yeah, they have a trust now with each other, and a working relationship. So she sees over here, that Lee had drawn this happy face in the Martian regolith. So she's like,
like, this bitch crazy, get him.
Yeah, be happy.
I will speak to him in universals of smiley and emojis.
Can I just say though that happy face is the best thing that will be drawn on the surface of Mars in the next few minutes. What is she even doing?
She was.
How could anybody understand what she's doing in the regolith?
She literally draws like, okay, this is your ship. She just draws a circle. We need something for your ship.
An arrow worked. That's the only thing I got.
She drew an arrow and then she like pointed in the direction of not Mars.
Right. She's like, we're going to go home. And he's like, what? I don't know how hard it is to get on the same frequency here, but he's like, okay, yeah, we're going to go home.
I don't want to go to North Korea.
Yeah, you want to go back to North Korea? Yeah, let's go. And then as he's starting to kind of let his guard down here, Kuznetsov comes up from behind and pulls out his oxygen tube. Throws him to the ground, you know, which, you know, then Danielle attaches promptly. So now, you know, they've got the gun away from him, and she's like, what are you doing? He's like, it worked, huh? Like, come on. You know?
That was cute.
Yeah, just like they're different approaches, very, very much coming through here.
This right here looks like a Bond movie.
Yes.
Like,
Mars Raker.
Exactly.
Let's not compare this to Moonraker. Oh dear God!
I've never seen it. I just like puns.
It is awful. It is awful.
Pretty bad.
They decide to.
I love Bond movies, and it's awful.
Yeah, it's probably the worst.
They decide to bury the gun here in But they also mark it here with the.
But leave a marker just in case.
So
In
Danny
case there's
can find
any
it.
other nations have made it to Mars.
I
Yeah.
can't wait
This
for
is where
Danny
the
to
gun
get that
is.
gun.
It's Danny. Danny's gonna find it. You know this.
Danny's got a gun.
He's got a gun. Yep. In the soil. Anyway, so they now have taken Lee prisoner, and they are bringing him back to the base along with the components that came here.
You know what these guys need?
Slapping him to the roof.
You know what these guys need? These guys need an Argo. That's what they need.
Yeah,
They
it's
would have
kinda
so
like
much
a-
more fun with an Argo.
Yeah, like they
Just
had
saying.
in like the greatest movie ever,
Nemesis.
Star Trek Nemesis. Yes.
It was a good movie.
Back at the White House, we got President Wilson talking to, I guess it's Gorbachev, who she's talking to. She's like, how the hell did the North Koreans get to Mars? They can barely get a satellite in orbit. And I was like, yeah. And he and we hear Gorbachev saying, well, like the North Koreans, they're very proud people. They don't always tell us what, even us Soviets, what they're up to, even though we're
It
allies.
was probably Margot.
Yeah, Marco gave them the
Marco gave him the engine.
Gave him an engine.
Right.
Probably went over there and built it for them.
And then Gorbachev says, I'm hearing about all your political troubles and everything else. And he says that saying here, we have a saying in Russia, you run from the wolf, but sometimes you run into the bear. I'm not quite sure what he was trying to say to Ellen in this moment, or what the advice really was meant to invoke, but I remembered it.
I don't think it was advice. I think it was just sort of,
A quip.
equipped, but also just sort of sympathizing with her. Like,
Yeah.
you did one thing you thought was good, but you got another big problem.
Right. Yeah. I guess it's not over yet. It's kind of maybe the point. You're not out of the woods. We head over to the Johnson Space Center, as it still is at this point. And we got Margot talking
I can't
to...
take looking at her. I can't anymore. I'm so happy she's gone.
She's not gone. She's still on the show.
But it's got to be in a small role now, I hope.
You'll see. Anyway, so... I can't remember her name, the Russian space director, but
Doesn't matter.
yeah, she's there, and she's like,
That's
"Hey,
nuts.
Margot."
Russian Margot.
Because Margot,
Russian,
are you
Russian, more competent Margot.
Russian Margot's here, and she said, "Like, are you here to talk about the North Koreans?" She's like, "No. Guess what? We have a spy in the FBI or the Justice Department, and you're under investigation. So we might have to get you out. We may have to extract you now, if you don't want to go to jail or whatever for 40 years or whatever." And
Well, they
she's
could
like,
hang her technically.
Yeah,
Treason.
like it would be. They might, unlikely. I think. But,
At this point, they haven't killed anybody in decades for this.
for treason. Well, how many people have you been convicted of it? Like that would be a fun fact to bring up. but-
I can tell you. I thought we did that one episode, but we can do it again.
Yeah, I'd be curious. Anyway, so Margot now feeling the heat that this investigation. Oh, and she also reveals that Aleda is the one behind it, even though it's kind of more Bill. But anyway, we head over to Helios where they're having a meeting about the whole getting Kelly back up to the Phoenix and what they're going to do there. We see Bill's team is heading over to JSC, and then Dev pulls Karen away from the meeting. And they have their will end up being I guess it's kind of like the final conversation. It's not the final time Karen and Dev will see each other, but it's kind of their final chat.
First thing he said is, "What are you wearing?"
Why did you wear a couch to work?
You're gonna replace me with wearing that?
Like, I'm a cool hip like 90s tech bro. Like, what are you doing? Anyway, so he starts telling Karen the board's after us. They want to push me out. He starts telling her what his next move's going to be, and she's like, no, like the board approached me and they want me to be the CEO. And he's like, well, what did you tell them? And she's like, well, I'm going to say yes because you're not really running this company very well, Dev. Sorry to tell you.
The guy who plays Dev, though, I have to admit, I like this scene because he brought out like a juvenile kind of thing going on. Like he's being persecuted as a kid, basically.
Right.
Like
Right.
the way he was acting. I just thought that was really neat.
But he also
Yeah.
knows how the game works amongst rich people.
Absolutely.
So like he respects it, but at the same time doesn't.
I actually kind of picked up on that. He looks young. He's younger in this episode. This is the youngest he looks in any of the episodes. It's the
That's
youngest
true,
he's seen.
I never even thought of that.
I thought that the whole time watching it. I'm like, he looks so young in all these scenes.
Well, they've got like his hair is in like a more relaxed, poofier style,
Yeah.
and they've got him kind of wearing like a zip-up hoodie and like a lot more casual.
He looks more comfortable than Karen, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, but Dev, he doesn't take this super well. He's feels a bit betrayed, and it was a mistake to ever make her the COO and to give her own office. And she's like, "It's nothing to do with that."
Tantruming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that,
that's
that
what I
she-
liked about it, though.
That it led to this.
I
but,
totally believe that
you know,
is an
Yes.
accurate representation of what he would act like.
yeah. So the
This is funny
conversation-
though. He goes and pulls a Jerry Maguire, and nobody comes.
Yeah, well, that's coming up. Right? Is that the next? Okay, we're gonna come back to that.
No,
We're,
later.
Well, this scene
Kelly's
doesn't
gonna-
count.
It's basically the next scene. Just keep
Kelly's
going.
having a baby, and what are they gonna do? And they're talking to Kuznetsov and to Danielle on like the Skype call here, and they're trying to figure out how they need to take 1,000 pounds out of Popeye in order to get it up to the Phoenix. And how are you gonna get 1,000 pounds out? We've taken all the seats out. There's nothing left to do. And whose idea was it that we take out everything? But
Baldwin,
eventually,
wasn't it Ed?
I think it might have been Danny.
Yeah, I think it might have been Danny.
Yeah, they all said like, well, if all of us agree to stay behind, then that would take 1,000 pounds out roughly, give or take. Like Ed alone is 200 pounds probably, right? So I don't know.
He's a tall guy. I'm thinking he's probably about 240.
Yeah. Anyway,
big
so
guy.
Danny's like the first to say, "I'm going to do it," and Kelly's like, "No, don't! You can't do this." And then Danielle's
You know
the
what
second.
though? She didn't protest very much. She's like, "No,
No.
you can't do that." Okay, when do I
Okay.
get up?
Yeah. She's like, let me get rid of him.
The Russian, they all eventually put their hand up. Dimitri and the defector dog, and
Is this a vote to stay, or are they voting Kelly off the island?
It's a little bit
They're
of
like,
a
we don't
both.
care about this baby either. Get it out of here.
Defector dog also kind of looks like is everybody doing this? Oh yeah, okay.
he's like,
I guess
"Okay,
I'll-
so ration diet for the next 18 months, great." Anyway, so they've all decided they're gonna stay, and so like Ed sends a video message back to Houston saying, well, you're just gonna have to come and get us if you want us, because we're sending Kelly back by herself."
I love
Bye.
that. If you want us, you're gonna have to come and get us. Happy Valley out. Boom.
Boom.
Love
End of transmission, and then Margot's like, "Give me the president." What the hell? Like, what's all this
See, that's
about?
the problem with this show. Every time Ed starts being cool, they shoot him or something. Have you ever noticed
Well,
that?
Well, they
He
got
gets cool, he gets shot. He gets cool.
Well,
he
the
gets-
problem is that Ed doesn't have to like when you don't have anybody responding, you can say anything you want.
Of course, you
What,
do.
yeah, Ed loves to send a one-way message. Is what I've
Yes.
also taken from the season.
Yes, yeah.
If
He
you
does,
just say,
he's
boom,
not waiting
mic
for
drop.
replies.
Yeah, he's like, "This is what's happening." Bye.
He doesn't leave it open ended. This is just how it is. Yeah.
Anyway, so then we see all these news trucks are outside of the JSC as they're covering like the whole thing here with mostly to do with Kelly's baby and everyone wanting to that. But who's back are the domestic terrorist group that Danny Stevens is friends with, led by Bryan Cranston's daughter, Taylor Jordan from the Pit. And there's also this that guy from last season who's like the Marine.
She has a name in this show, though, right?
Sunny, yeah.
Sunny,
It's just been a
that's
while.
right.
Yeah, her name
And
is
they got Jimmy an even worse wig than last time. This wig is atrocious. It looks like they picked it out of a shower drain. Ugh.
it looks
It's
so bad.
Show
looks
the
like-
wig.
It looks like no man this age should have hair like this.
Yeah,
And,
he
you
doesn't
know.
even look like a real person. Like
No.
it's so bad.
Anyway, so he's being coerced into doing like this next stage of like their plan. He doesn't know that there's a bomb here. He just thinks he's helping them. I don't know, like disrupt NASA or something. So he's got to take this device into the building, and put that there. Meanwhile, inside, we got Aleda and Bill and the rest of them trying to figure out the engineering problems about how they're going to get Kelly back, because they know that even with just Kelly and Popeye, that's only going to get them 95% of the way there. 95.3, I'm sorry. And how
I just
they need to
noticed
make
something. What happened to Bill?
What do you mean?
He's okay.
Is he okay? I mean, like later on.
He's got a pocket protector. It's fine.
He's having a heart attack, Jody.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, Aleda's very distant during this conversation, and Margot pulls her out like for an aside, and then we got Bill. This look here between Bill and Aleda, like, the traitor wants to talk to you in the hallway.
Aleda's in trouble. Ooh, like the principal's office.
Yeah, Bill gets the lines there. Anyway, so the conversation here, Aleda wants to kind of tell Margot, and Margot's like, I already know about this investigation, and I know it was you. And so Aleda goes, why? Why would you help the Russians? Why would you do it all? And Margot doesn't really explain it. She's like, well, we'll talk later.
She's like, I don't know if you're recording this. I can't trust you.
Yeah.
You know?
Are you wearing a wire? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, but she says she knows about the investigation, and she's like, let's just focus. We need you to figure out this engineering problem right now. That's more important than whether or not I'm going to prison for the rest of my life. So, Aleda pulls it together, and she comes back in, and they start thinking about, well, what if we strap like another rocket to Kelly? Is it Margot's idea? Maybe it was,
No,
right?
Aleda's. It's Aleda's.
Aleda's, and then Margot explains it, right? Like just the extra, and then she can launch off of the Popeye and get to the Phoenix from there.
Her drawings are getting better. There's actually some, dotted lines now, an arrow.
Yeah.
Right, but how do you know what is what? They're nothing
I don't know
labeled.
Where's
it doesn't
Mars?
Even say Mars. Like,
Yeah,
how
right?
are you supposed to tell?
Exactly. These amateurs. Anyway, so they're like, okay, but this is kind of the working plan. Let's take a pregnant woman in a spacesuit, set her up on a freaking rocket, and then get her to have a secondary rocket that was only meant to be used like sort of to move around Sojourner. It was never meant to be like used for this purpose, but they're gonna MacGyver it and figure this out. So that's the plan here. And like this guy who's like, I guess he's Wilson's NASA representative. He's like, so we're going to strap a rocket to a pregnant woman and launch her into space? And they're like, yep. And he's like, oh my God, what's the humanity of it all? Let's get on it, smart guys. Let's start workshopping the problem as we kind of come away from the scene. Head back over to Helios, and this is the Jerry Maguire scene that Adam was talking about, where Dev's like, you know what, I'm going to get all the staff together here. This is my move. And because he knows he's being close to being pushed out as CEO. And he's like, guess what? The board wants to push me out as CEO. And they want us to give up on Mars. And everyone's like, what, Dev? What are you talking about? That can't be right. He's like, and basically Dev wants to start a new company and bring all these people with him and form a whole new plan.
No. He wants them to give up their stock options and cushy salaries to come work for him for peanuts for his ego.
Wait.
Well,
But
yes.
even before, that came out because smart Karen, is up on the mezzanine and it said, and how are you going to pay them?
And he was like, well, I wasn't going to, technically.
It's not about the money, guys.
Yeah, a real sleazy rich guy would have just been like, I got the money. I got the money. Don't worry. But he was honest. I was like, that's not right.
Yeah. Karen's like, yeah, but you're all gonna, you don't get your stock options. You won't be able to pay it as much. You might have to take a pay cut of some kind, right? In order to make, I don't know, what's.
I loved it in this scene though when it sort of breaks up and you've got everybody murmuring and all you hear is my mortgage and you start hearing all the bills and I'm just like, oh my God.
No, my favorite line was, yeah, but you're rich.
Yeah, one guy, somebody calls out Dev here. It's like, it's fine for you to take a pay cut or to work, for nothing because you got all this wealth invested and built up, but we can't all say the same.
Go back one screenshot. Look at the woman on the right.
Yeah,
she's like,
are you serious, Dev? Like, what is this plan? So everyone's like, no. And how quick? I could imagine at least one of these people going with Dev.
Oh, for sure. Someone would.
You know,
Oh yeah.
Well, you gotta have a Bridget Jones with him for sure. So
yeah, you got to have exactly. You got the Renee Zellweger here, saying whatever. I'll take a chance, but they all not in this reality. Everyone's like, nope, Dev, see you later. Not gonna work. And then Dev's look up here to Karen as he's lost
Dagger
all-
eyes.
Dagger eyes.
Beats me.
Oh, I get it now. Dev is the devil.
I've been defeated by a couch.
I get it now.
What will I do now? So
Well,
You can
she
kill
has
her with looks.
defeated him in every one of their interactions.
Yes.
true.
Their
Yeah, she
entire
al- yeah.
relationship. She always wins.
every encounter. That's true. Right from the very first episode of the season, when they had their first negotiation.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So Dev basically he walks out here and he's lost his company. He still has his ownership and whatever, his seat on the board, but he's not going to be running the place anymore. Head back to Mars. We got a conversation here between Kelly and Ed about the whole plan to send her up to space and how crazy this is and how Ed's going to be the pilot to do it. He has to make sure she gets there, and I don't know. I'm yada yada in the Kelly stuff. Okay, and then we head over to NASA and get a standing ovation here from from Mission Control as look who's here. Molly Cobb has been called in as a pinch hitter here to help plan out the piloting maneuvers for Ed and Kelly as they make their descent.
I love how she reacts to the applause, though.
Yeah,
I can't remember exactly what she said.
She goes,
but-
"Enough of that shit! Cut it out!" You know?
Enough of that shit.
Now, what did she say? Where is the Queen of Darkness?
Where's the Queen of
where's
Darkness?
the Queen of Darkness? I'm like, oh, that's amazing.
And then she is right there.
And then Margot's
Here.
like,
Hello,
hi, Molly.
Listen, I would not be making that face if I was referred to as the Queen of Darkness at my workplace. I would like that very much.
Well, yeah, well,
I think Margot probably did like it.
yeah, maybe she
She's like,
kind
yeah,
of is.
I am.
Yeah, she's like, because last time I think she talked to Margot, she fired her, right? Margot
Fired her.
Yes.
Molly. So this is their kind of first reunion since then.
Well, she's walking in on her gig that she got to keep, but yet, Molly had to go. And, Molly's getting this sweet revenge, basically.
Oh, how if Molly had known about the whole her feeding stuff to the Russians?
Oh, yeah.
Can
That
you
would've been
imagine?
Molly would have probably beat her ass, man. It would have been great.
Molly would not have reacted well, probably. Anyway, so so they're like, she's here to help Ed figure out basically the Mission Impossible of it all, the flight, the takeoff impossible. Not a lot to work with here, Molly says. We see, is it back here? Yeah, Ed is coming along. Oh yeah, and then we meet. This is finding Danny, Kim, and Kuznetsov have all returned, and we see the rest of the crew meeting. Lee. I'm sorry, Lee. And
I was like, who's Kim?
Oh, yeah, it's not Kim. I'm
What did I
let's
miss?
see. Kim is the most common Korean name, but his name is Lee. And we see that Ed fought in the Korean War. Everybody, so he
hasn't spoke Korean in 40 years, and he's going.
He's going. It's like riding a bike, really. Just like that's what he was trying to tell Shane about the bike.
Really?
It's kind of like speaking Korean.
I learned French when I was in grade 9, and I can't speak a word of it here in Ottawa. I feel very embarrassed now. Ed is a better man.
Yeah, he remembers his Korean. What's your name? Lieutenant Colonel Lee Jung Gil? And he says, "Hey, I'm Ed Baldwin. You must take me back to my post." Ed thinks he's saying home, not post here. So go home, your post. Yeah, take me back. Take me back.
He points to his flag.
Yeah, points to his flag. And they're like,
He went to the Danielle School of Charades.
well, my good dumpling, this is your home now. So there's some good moments there. They're bringing him in. Everyone's like, welcome. They're just happy to have a new person to talk to, I think. Although they have to split those rations,
I'm not sure how they're going to talk to him, but okay.
Yeah. Well, maybe they'll learn some Korean. He'll learn some English as they go. Then we got Jimmy Stevens back here at NASA with his whatever he was given here. This device. I think it's meant for the security system or something. In the support room.
It's got a 5G antenna on it, or at least the socket for it.
Yeah, it's not good. It's whatever these terrorist guys are wanting to do. Jimmy runs into Karen here, and Jimmy. Like
He's like,
Jimmy,
what is
Karen's
with
like,
your
Jimmy,
outfit?
what the fuck is on your head, dude?
she's like, what are you wearing, Karen? Is that a couch?
Yeah.
So,
My head might look like trash, but look at your jacket.
yeah,
My
it's really a battle here. Now, Jimmy doesn't actually plant the device, right?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Whatever it was meant to do. Anyway, so Karen goes, that was a kind of a weird encounter. Karen heads over to Mission Control next. She sees Aleda and Karen, Karen's like, I told you I'd work with you one day. They talk about the days they had to stay up in the observation lounge, 20 years ago, and how things have changed, but they're still worried about, this. Back then she was
Someone's wife is in there, I guess, or girlfriend.
and there's press members and whoever. I don't know. There's people up there.
So she looks at the one lady, and the one lady looks.
Yeah. So come back to Jimmy here, who then sees that he comes back to the van and he sees that his friends, these terrorists, they actually have some guns inside of the van as well. And this is where Jimmy's like, maybe these guys aren't on the level.
It's Texas. I don't know what the big deal was.
Yeah. Jimmy, who has no powers of suspicion, maybe they're starting to activate.
Or a mirror.
Yeah. So they're I don't know, there's some tension here. Like he's starting to figure out there's something weird here. They're starting to sense that maybe he knows they're using him for their means.
He looks like if Gollum went to like the hair club for men.
Yeah, there's some rough dudes here. Anyway, so he said, I gotta go pee, and he's like, okay, man. We see Jimmy, he walks around the corner and tries to make a phone call to
With his
Amber.
Nokia 260.
Yes, exactly. But Sonny's there. And and he has to cut, but he leaves a quick
He
message.
gets a partial message out to
He
Amber.
gets a partial message off to Amber, yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know what he's worried about. Well, I guess getting what will happen here. Because Sonny's like, what's up? And you ran off really quick.
I don't know if that chick just came at me, I'd be like, oh boy.
Yeah. Well,
She's clearly got like crazy eyes.
She's like, I am the one who knocks.
I am the one who knocks, just like Dad. Anyway, so then as he's turning around to go to the bathroom or whatever, he gets pistol whipped by Buddy here and knocked out. Nobody sees this, so they got him out and they're going to tie him up. Back in Margot's office, Margot's just kind of chilling. She's got the video call from Sergey. Look, everyone, Sergey has been saved. He's at
He's
the.
not
They have to use
talking
flip phones,
anymore.
but they have this.
Yeah, he's at the German base, air base or whatever. He's been him and his family and his parents were all extracted out of Russia, thanks to Margot and her Black Ops connections, Jeff, with the general and whatever else they did to get him out. So he's
So is
very
this
happy.
scene supposed to make me feel good about Margot, or?
Well, I
I
guess
don't.
it's to remind us why she did all of this in the first place. It was always to help him, right? Because she cared about him. It wasn't because she particularly she didn't want them to their shuttle to blow up one time, and then it kind of led to where we are now. So Margot is feeling like kind of mixed feelings, I'd say, about everything that's happened and what the future might now have for her. She's very attached to this office and everything, the life she's built. She literally lives here. Okay, they got Molly giving her flight advice here to Ed, and she's like, "The good news is, Ed, you're really old. So if you don't know, it's
That was
it's not
so
gonna-"
That
good.
was great. Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
so good.
So
The
you
good
don't have
news
much
is-
time left.
Yeah.
You don't have much time
It's
left.
fine if you die.
Nothing to lose.
Yeah, nothing to lose. So the right choice of pilot has been selected here, she says, or whatever. So it's just kind of just like a email or whatever. But Ed it appreciates the advice of how all of the instruments won't work, and she'll have to go off of something. Like he'll
Don't
basically
look at the ground. Look at the
Yeah.
horizon.
look at the horizon and time it and whatever else. You're gonna have to do some cowboy pilot stuff. So that's the advice here from Molly that's given to Ed as he heads into the final part of the mission here. Meanwhile, Karen back in mission control.
Can you go back to a couple shots?
This
One
one.
more. Does that say please update your QuickTime player?
End of transmission.
End of transmission. Sorry. You know, I do remember those messages though.
Oh God, the quick time.
Anyway, Amber calls Karen next. Amber calls Karen, and Amber tells Karen that Jimmy left a very weird message on there that he might be in trouble. And Karen had just seen Jimmy, so she's like, well, that's strange. He's not up in the observation lounge. So Karen decides she's going to kind of chase that down, figure out what the hell's going on. We go back to Mars, where we got Danny Stevens here working on this rig to like
Pimping his ride.
Yeah, to put Kelly on here with this planned out launch. Getting the different parts in place. And this is where then Danny confronts Ed in the airlock hatch. And Danny wants to be the pilot instead of Ed. He's like, let me be the pilot. And Ed's
And
like,
I was like, oh, Danny, wrong secret to say this time. The other one would have done
The
better.
other one would have been better.
yeah. I thought he did tell him at this time. Like that was my memory of it, but he doesn't tell him here.
No.
Anyway, so
He's lost the psycho eyes since he's been off the oxy.
Yeah, no, he's more just sad Danny now, sad and sort of guilty.
Emo Danny. He just goes back to his thing and listens to My Chemical Romance.
Yeah, and basically he confesses to everything that happened with the drill, like that it wasn't Nick's fault, it was his fault, and he turned the comms off, and he was mad and out of it, and like 3 people died, right?
He's got psycho eyes.
Oh, it's
right.
amazing.
Oh, the rage
Yeah.
he plays in this.
He's
scene
like,
is
do you
just
realize
incredible.
how fucking annoying you are? You know?
And the line that really got me was, "Don't use my daughter to absolve your guilt."
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. He was just like, he pins him against the wall. He's like, when this is over, Daddy, there's gonna be a reckoning.
yeah.
That
Like,
is-
why the fuck would I trust you with this mission after you told me that? Like,
Yeah.
I have to admit, when I found out we were going to be doing this as a watch series, and I looked up the actor and realized it was this guy, I'm like, oh, this is going to be bloody terrible. But he has just surprised the shit out of me. His acting is fantastic in this show.
He's pretty good. He's pretty good in this show.
Yeah,
And,
like-
I really like him. I buy it. I always buy it. He's
Well,
great.
I thought he was
the only
great
thing
in
that I
Jody.
knew about him was from that fucking movie.
RoboCop?
What?
Suicide
RoboCop?
Squad?
No, not RoboCop. The
Suicide.
DC movie.
Suicide
Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he was the show The Killing. He was great in too.
I've never seen it. But I always thought he was going to be like a terrible actor, and it's like, oh wow,
No,
no.
he's been
didn't
really
start-
Clearly, it was a script issue.
He didn't
Is
start
it because
acting
he's hot, Jody? Don't underestimate
Later.
hot people.
No, nothing to do with that.
It's totally that.
He's a
All
good-looking
right.
guy, though. Dude.
Anyway, so then Danny walks away, and Ed's just trying to process all this. You know, it's gonna,
Yeah,
it's
that's
having
a lot.
hell of a
Imagine
trip
he
here.
had done the other secret. Imagine he had said, I
He'd be dead
actually,
in the hallway right now.
Yeah,
Well,
Or
it's,
just
it,
like as he runs out the door. By the way, I fucked Karen.
yeah, I'm actually kind of Kelly's stepdad, in a way, in a sense.
Kelly's
how could he deliver this news in the worst possible way? So, and I'm kind of like the step granddaddy too. So you know,
Kind of
so-
we're gonna be granddad.
oh, granddad.
Oh, grand.
yeah. Oh no.
I had to say that while I was drinking. Great.
Anyway, back to Karen. Back to Karen. Karen's looking for Jimmy. She's like, have you seen a man with a really bad wig?
Looks like Gollum.
She's doing the hair thing. She's going like the hair.
Yeah, like this. They're like,
Yeah.
The security guard was, didn't notice anything here. She tries to call Jimmy on her phone, and Jimmy's phone has been taken by Mr. Marine here. And he rings it, and then when he hits cancel, it goes to voicemail, and that kind of clues Karen in that that's Jimmy's phone, or maybe not. At least gives her suspicion. So Karen, she wants to figure out what's going on here. We go back inside where we got Aleda here, and this is where Margot gives her. She wants the room, get everyone's attention. Talks about Apollo 11, and
I love Molly's reaction.
Molly.
during this, though.
Molly never claps either. When
Molly's
Margot's
just like,
done.
you are so full of shit.
Yeah.
Like, piss off.
But she's talking about what Gene said back then when they were doing Apollo 11 and everything else, and it's and I think this is also Margot knowing that it's over for her at NASA very soon, so she's going. This is kind of like nobody.
This is a goodbye speech.
Only Aleda knows that this is a goodbye speech, kind of. Yeah. But Bill's not here, right? No. Anyway, so she's saying, it's been an honor, everyone. It's been an honor to serve with you. And she then gives the room is yours, Aleda, and kind of gives a bit of a handoff here to Aleda as like the new NASA boss. Even though that won't become official for a little bit. Anyway, and then Margot walks out, and
Margot's like, gotta go book that plane ticket.
She heads up to her office and she starts playing piano, and it's like she's
not
on
gonna be able to ship that piano to Russia, so
it's almost like she's like on death row or something. She's like it's the end for her, and she's not sure what the future will hold. And we got Kelly being she gets put into Alexi's old spacesuit, as they alluded that the cosmonaut suits are better for the baby because they're more flexible and stretchy or whatever. And Dimitri's like, I miss him too. He was a nice Russian boy.
They also don't have a giant metal ring around the waist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which Jody was like, why is that ring there? It doesn't attach to anything.
Holds the
it
baby.
Would make more sense if it did.
We got Ed is getting the Popeye thing. All the controls.
Why is there so much tape on this?
I guess it got damaged in the rock slide, maybe, or something.
They don't have duct tape. They had to use like clear Scotch tape.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So
They're on Mars.
They're on Mars. Can't go to the store.
You can't tell me that after 2 people died on the moon in a suit of duct tape, they wouldn't be bringing duct tape on every mission now.
No, Tracy and Gordo used all the duct tape. They don't have
it's all gone.
That was NASA's whole budget.
People saw the statues, and then the duct tape companies all went out of business.
Yeah, they're like, we'll never let that happen again.
Everyone's trying to make spacesuits out of these now. It's not practical. Anyway, they're all prepping for this launch here. We got Kelly strapped to this rock. We got Ed inside piloting the thing. And I think she says, I love you, Dad. I love you too, kiddo. And then they launch it up. And is this advisable for a pregnant woman? I don't know. But I guess they have no choice. So let's go. As they're heading on up. Now, the getting up there is not the hard part, really. It's part of the part. It's part of the challenge because it's more for Ed coming down.
Using thrusters on a spacewalk suit, I don't think is all that easy either.
Yeah. But I did like the sequence. I like the use of the music here. It's
absolutely, it was a good sequence.
It's like a final what the hell are they doing now to try? It's like I love some of these engineering hacks that they come up with in this show, and we see them getting closer to the Phoenix, and plan it out here. We can kind of it's easy to follow along with what they're doing, what's happening.
I remember seeing a movie like this once.
Star Trek
Martian?
Into Darkness.
Like with the music and everything in this scene, it was just a touch too epic for me. It was
I can see that.
Just a little too much.
Right. But look, we put in a prank, and then we're gonna get her
especially
up there
since I don't care if she dies or lives. Like I just don't care.
Yeah,
actually,
she could have bounced off the hall for all I cared.
This was like the scene when she's going towards the ship. Like I did think of Captain Kirk and Khan, but
yeah,
I opened the door, Scotty, but. I kind of wish she just would have bounced off the hull, and that would have been that.
Like they were so close, and then she just dies.
I'm so proud of him.
That would have been like the darkest ending. Like, and Ed's
That'd
like,
be
come on, and then she's just like,
are you
splat.
kidding? I would have loved to see that.
Gets back on the planet.
The darkest
like
ending? Do we not remember the astronaut that got squished?
Oh,
in
that was
the
amazing.
ship?
Yeah, we called her.
No, the precedent has been set.
And he spurted too.
Or the one that burned in
The one
his
who caught
suit.
on fire.
Oh, the
inside
guy that burned
suit?
in his
Yeah.
suit. Another
Right.
good one.
This show will
Right.
kill people in horrible ways. They have done it.
It does.
Oh,
It
yeah.
does.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm down with that.
But
They're not
not
afraid to.
Kelly. Not today.
Not Kelly.
Think about how Karen had to die looking at the son she never loved.
With really bad hair.
Yeah.
She's like,
scene could have
where
been
did you
great,
get
though.
that
Can you
wig?
Go back one, Dave. Go back. Like, if they just made this scene being like her all happy and then just terrified.
Then
Yeah, it goes from this, to like that because she just realized that the ship is rotating and she's about to get hit by something.
Yeah.
Probably a wire because that seems to be something that happens in the show.
Yeah,
Guys,
a
she
cable.
didn't die. Let's yada yada Kelly. Let's go.
There's a cable coming from somewhere. Anyway,
Sorry, Heather. We're dreaming.
We're trying to manifest our dreams.
well, she lived, guys. Sorry to tell
Damn
you.
it!
Anyway, everyone else on the planet, Mars, is happy. Ed
We
is-
finally got rid of Kelly. Yay!
and now Ed,
screaming or crying.
yeah,
or
they don't
babies.
have to live with her for the next year and a half. So I guess there's
Yeah.
that.
That's a good deal.
And they come down through, like Ed's got the landing here. We got Karen walking around the back of this news van thing. She's I think they've got curtains on this, but she's hearing like the commotion inside the van, which is Jimmy. She's able to kind of look through this peek in the curtains.
Where
to
did
see
they
the
get the 70s van from?
I don't know. They got
The
The
70s.
70s.
I don't know if you guys also noticed, but earlier on it had like the 1701 on it.
Yes, it did. I was waiting for somebody
What?
to notice that.
Yeah.
I
didn't
did not
see
notice that.
Yeah.
Show
That's
us.
cute.
I don't know if I have it. Like, give me a second. It's from the earlier
It's
shot.
okay. We know what the numbers
No,
are.
it's
Let's
fine.
go.
Just keep moving.
All right.
Let's keep it moving, Dave.
I'm trying. Anyway, so she gets Jimmy out, but then she goes, "What's this under the
It's the
blanket?"
good old Timothy McVeigh special.
Yeah, I guess it's like a fertilizer bomb, basically. And it's meant to, like, I think be like the Oklahoma City bomb scale, because that was also in 1995, right, or four?
95.
Which?
The Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, I think it was 95,
Yeah. So, sort of like the whole domestic terrorism thing. And it's hooked up to a cell phone, we see. So she tells Jimmy to run. Jimmy, you run. Jimmy runs.
Oh, 1701 right there.
There, 1701.
That's cute.
Good thing I didn't have to go back. Okay.
Run, Jimmy, run.
Right. But then she's now, the terrorist starts seeing that the van is open. Jimmy's out. And Karen is getting this security guard man. She's, bad move, Karen. This guy wasn't going to do anything. Anyway, so the leader here of the group, he's kind of realizing he's been found out here. He calls.
He's
the cell
got a
phone.
bomb that he can call.
He's got a bomb.
Why doesn't he just run away and then hit it?
Well, I didn't understand why he wanted to blow himself up, like, because it seems like he could have
No, I
avoided.
don't think he did, or you wouldn't have bothered with the bloody cell phone detonator thing.
And he presumably, like, I imagine Sonny and the other guy were also killed in this explosion, but
I would assume.
but Jimmy is not killed. So however far away he was able to run in that time.
That's why there is no God.
And he just looks at Karen
Sorry.
as he hits the call button here. Meanwhile, we're seeing Ed coming down. I guess we don't see the explosion, right? We only see the aftermath as we're dealing with Ed coming down, him trying to land.
I could not fly that craft.
Yeah, I like
That tape would drive me nuts.
the warnings that were coming from the audio systems, like you're going too fast, or it was like acceleration excessive. It was just like it was like yeah. It's like one of those things. Please, no more audio warnings for the duration here. will be sufficient. But he's coming in fast here, and he has to hit those thrusters with like that 3% or 2% of fuel he has left, just in time. Just at the right time.
Gotta slow down the impact. Yeah.
Look at the horizon, like Molly told him, and then he lands, and then we see his craft smoking. We don't know if Ed is dead or alive. We then see the explosion on the news at the Johnson Space Center. Is all like this. I think some of this may have been also from Oklahoma
This
City.
is actually Oklahoma fire
That's
trucks.
gotta be, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And ambulances, and it looks very period specific. Like these people coming out covered in the dust and everything else. Cars on fire and the destruction, and we then come back to Jimmy, looking like a ghost.
How is he not dead?
He's got 9 lives. Jimmy does. As we see, like, if you were standing under that canopy or behind, next to that
Well,
building,
if you were standing near to the building, you'd be dead.
yeah, it seems like you're
The building's going to come down on you.
But through it all, somehow Jimmy's able to find Karen's hand poking out here from
It's that
below.
bad. That the only reason you know is that bad jacket.
Yeah, you saw the
I know that-
jacket.
You
He's
can
like,
see a little bit
"Oh,
of the jacket. You know that.
God.
Yeah, it was like an identifier. So he tries to. He's able to get some rubble off of Karen here. Karen not doing too well. Well, better than you'd think, honestly. Considering. Anyway, so she's.
I do like how they played it as she was dead when he finds her, but then she moves for a second.
Yeah,
so that
she's
dead.
she's near death. She's
Yeah,
she's not quite gone yet.
She looks very scared, and this scene was kind of like it really. You think about the people that actually have died in bombings and things. It's awful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think they did a good job of showing that here.
Yeah.
I think so too, and I found it very sad, but I think it was a really good choice. Like when she moved, I thought they were going to have her say some last words or something, you know, but
No.
it's I thought it was a much better choice to not.
Absolutely.
It was
It looks like
really
she's got a
very
head
sad.
injury, and she's probably really squished and not.
Squished.
Not well. What's that? What do they call that? Crush syndrome or
Crushing injuries.
Right.
Yeah, anyway. She looks up at the
Better
sky
than getting
here.
steamrolled and all your guts fly out in space.
Yeah.
Well, there's different ways. Anyway, so anyway.
Oh my
so
God!
Jimmy's got the
What
worst.
a terrible picture.
Let that linger
That
there.
caught
for
me
a
And
off
that
guard.
was the
I looked
last
away
thing
for a
she
second,
saw.
I looked back
That
and
was
whoa.
that was the last thing Karen saw. Just so everyone knows.
Yeah.
My precious.
That's exactly what he looks like. His column.
Gollum with a bad wig.
It just affirms her choice of Danny.
Yes.
I don't know.
He's a better looking guy.
Oh,
So-
Kevin, that was in poor taste. I liked it.
Anyway, so back to Karen. Karen is gone. And
I thought they were gonna jump scare me on that one though.
she comes out. Boo!
Like her
I'm taking
hand
it.
runs up,
I'm like, you better
Karen
be dead,
style.
Karen.
Guess who the new CEO of Helios is? Can't keep me down. Inside at Mission Control, we see Mission Control got hit pretty hard inside, and Molly wakes up.
It's interesting because when you're on the property of the Johnson Space Center, like Mission Control is nowhere near the perimeter.
The entrance, right? Yeah, and it seems like it was more like the perimeter of the building that got hit with this. But anyway, it doesn't seem. I don't know if anyone died actually inside, but it seems like a lot of debris fell from the ceiling and whatever else. I guess Molly eventually dies here, but not in the initial. I mean, and since Molly knows this building very well, she can see in the smoke in the dark. Well, she can't see, but she knows the way, and so she's able to lead some other injured people out here. Aleda comes to, and they all try to find their way outside.
I feel like all of those people should know how to get out of the building without Molly, though. They all work there too.
Yeah,
True.
but she's
These are not
memorized-
guests.
She's
But
memorized.
You're
like, the
also dealing
steps
with
and-
shock and injury and whatnot.
Yeah,
you know.
Sure.
Also, they're giving her a hero moment.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's great. Yeah.
And some of these shots, like because she's wearing like the contact lenses, like I'm like, it's zombie Molly. Here she comes, but she was like, okay, everyone, let's lead you on the way out here. And then she goes back to save more people, but this is the end of Molly Cobb as she walks back into the smoke-filled room, and she never comes out. And
Which
that's it.
I don't love that they don't at least show us what happened to her, but
Yeah.
it's still sad. Either
That's
way.
this show. They don't really show us a lot of what happens,
No.
right? You've got these time jumps.
And they show us a lot of what we don't need to see.
Like Kelly.
Anyway, Aleda goes down to check up on Margot, and most of Margot's office is gone, completely destroyed. The window wide open here, the piano gone.
Now, if I were Aleda, I thought about this when I watched the episode. Would you not have thought this is very convenient that Margot, she gives this speech, I'm leaving. Like, I'm just saying the conspiracy mind in me, not that it's true, obviously, but like the conspiracy mind, if I was a Leda in me, would be like, what the hell? Like, how does this
Well,
happen?
and she has quite the
So,
conspiracy.
so
mind,
Jeff, you know what I thought you were going to say tonight? I was
Hmm.
thinking about you.
Okay.
The conspiracy I thought you were going to come up with was Margot set the bombing up so she could escape.
Right. That's kind of what I'm saying a Leda would think.
Oh,
You
well,
know,
I think that's what Adam would think about what you're thinking.
But Aleda's not really. But Aleda's not really got that conspiratorial mind. Everything she found was absolutely true and had evidence.
Mhm.
Sure.
Yeah, and she had a hard time accepting it for a while,
Yeah.
right? Like,
But I
so-
also think that Aleda has such loyalty to Margot, and she also has such a fuck the government attitude that she
Yeah.
feels very conflicted about turning Margot in for treason. So obviously she's in shock at this point, but then later when she starts to think about like what really happened, maybe she is happy to think that Margot might have gotten away.
maybe, yeah, but it seems that Aleda believes Margot died here.
Yes.
In the
Yeah.
in the initial, yes.
Yeah.
for
So everyone, but maybe a couple people believe Margot is dead. Not the Russians, basically, and we see the full extent here, like of the damage to a good chunk of the building.
Yep. Big bomb.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think
Anyways.
Aleda though is smarter than the average person though. So like, why would she walk out to the like edge of that building?
Shock.
Shock,
Yeah.
and just she's more doing it because she's also trying to find if Margot's okay, and as far as she can tell, she's not.
Well, if she's that way, she's definitely not.
Meanwhile, back on Mars, has Ed survived his landing? Because
Obviously, he has.
Kuznetsov out. He's on the rover. He's been sent to fetch him, and he's looking out there. And then who's coming down? Mr. Banana Arms himself, Ed Baldwin.
Cool guys don't look back at explosions behind them. This
That's
is
right. True.
This is another Bond movie right here.
Uh-huh.
You can't
Cause-
kill me. I am cockroach.
Yeah, the cockroach is coming. Anyway, so Kuznetsov happy to see him, rescues him here.
And it's like my ass hurts.
Yeah, I'm an old man and I'm still injecting things into my butt. But hey, let's go. All right, and then as Ed has come back here, he's the mission's successful. He got Kelly up there. Danielle then delivers this news about the explosion at JSC and Karen's death, and all of that is landed on here on Ed, and rough day here for Ed. They're all
That was a very sad scene.
yeah, very sad. And we see the memorial here at what was JSC. All the people killed. Different photos of people. Candles. We see Aleda's son is here. Kind of like almost like a 9/11 moment in some ways.
And we
This
see
is-
that it appears Aleda and her baby daddy have reconciled by the tender look they give each other.
Yeah, it seems like they're together here, and they're.
Where's
they're
Bill,
sta-
guys?
Bill's not here.
Dead to her.
Bill's dead to her. So.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Is he dead to her or dead
You don't know.
to
He's
everybody?
dead to her, but we don't know if he's dead to everybody.
Okay.
We got
Here's the stupid baby.
Whatever.
stupid babies
Skip.
here.
Skip.
It's an alien baby with that alien head.
Obviously.
And
Well,
it's
it is an alien baby.
true.
Yes.
Yeah, technically speaking.
Conceived on Mars.
Yeah. So Kelly's got her trip home here. She's looking down at Mars. And this is where we've decided, Danny, we're exiling you here in the Korean
Coffee maker.
coffee maker. We'll give you some food, but we think this is for the best. Like, I guess this is the reckoning that Ed was talking about that Danny was going to face. It's
I
almost
hope
like,
this isn't it because
Well,
it
they
sounded way
can't-
cooler than this.
They can't trust him on the base.
No.
They can't trust him around anything. Like, he has to be exiled.
There's a gun buried in this property here.
I
Yeah,
disagree.
Yeah, they should really pick that up.
I disagree with this decision.
I think it's yeah, I'm kind of with Jeff on this. I agree that they can't trust him to do his job or anything important, but
I don't think they can
You are
trust him to be around at all.
you're sentencing him to death here. That's what they're doing. And
Right, but like, what, you can't trust him to do his job for sure, but like, can you trust him to even live there?
No.
No.
I don't.
No,
I
I'm
don't-
not saying exiling him is right either, but he's untrustworthy. What's the
Yeah.
solution?
Hey,
But it's
she says we're coming back every month to bring you food and supplies.
That's
what
think
she
this
says
is
to him.
wrong.
What happened?
This,
Yeah, this
you know,
this seems cruel and unusual.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I don't think this would happen either. I don't think even
Did you see what he did to that toy dog?
yes.
there we haven't-
Exile for him.
That's true. The toy dog incident is still.
That was the
ominous.
last straw, the toy dog.
That was it.
I don't know if that's straight. You have like basically there's no laws here. They can do what they want. He has done some really bad things. Never like the dog, sure, but what about the drill? He killed
Well,
people.
He got people killed.
Yeah.
He might even be guilty of like manslaughter or like or something. Or at
Okay,
least
but you can't just like treat a prisoner this way. You can't just put them in a
And
camp
on Mars.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can. I think they should be court-martialed for this.
the fact that he's like 100 kilometers away too seems
Right.
like
I don't think it was that. It was only like okay. I thought it was a lot closer.
It's far.
It might as well be Earth,
Yeah.
like for how far the distance is. Like it's not like he can walk back to the base with his suit. He wouldn't have enough oxygen. He wouldn't have enough supplies.
And we saw what that like a couple of months of isolation that Lee had, what it did to him, and what is it going to do to someone like
Right.
Danny, who's not
Exactly.
necessarily
He's
the most-
already mentally
But-
fragile.
But
Maybe it'll
but
make
you
him normal.
literally have to consider all of the other people. You are in a dire situation on Mars with
Yeah.
almost no food. Fuck this guy. Fuck
Yeah.
this guy. He
I
is
disagree.
not. He needs to go. He
It
needs
needs
to go.
They should
many
just,
outweigh
they
the
should
need
just pull
for
out the
the food,
pistol
yeah?
and shoot him. Then, if that's the case, they really want to save the food, Kevin. They should just pull out the pistol and
That's
shoot
right.
him.
Yeah.
You know,
Just give
No,
out
no,
a
I
gun.
don't mean they need to
I mean,
save
I see
the
what you're
food,
saying
but
there,
they.
rather than let him suffer.
Well, what would they if they didn't have this Korean capsule? What would they do?
Shoot
well,
him.
exactly.
I don't
Yeah, it's a good point. They wouldn't have had that choice.
Put him in that
Right.
lava tunnel.
This Korean capsule is like it's like this like little get out of like moral consequences card that they get to play here, and I think it's wrong. I think like they should have had to keep him prisoner, keep him. You can handcuff him to a pipe or something within. Do whatever you have to do, but I just don't think you can do this to somebody, because basically you're sentencing him to die. Like,
Well, he
I-
sentenced a bunch of people to die when he
Yeah.
decided not to
For
do
sure.
his job and
For sure.
literally ignore it.
for sure. But then, like, if it's eye for an eye, if that's the type of society we're building here
No,
on Mars, the
that's-
new Eden, as we established earlier in the season,
Mm.
then so be it. But then,
We're not talking new society. We're talking 9 people trying to survive on the surface of this planet with very little. He is a wild card. He has to go.
Then why are they giving him food if they need to survive? That's really the issue.
For story reasons.
Yeah, they can
I
give
thi-
him food. You just can't have him on the base fucking things up.
So
You just can't.
Okay, Kevin, what would have happened if this Korean capsule was never found? What would they have done?
I don't know. Maybe shoot him. I don't fucking know. You're 9 people trying to survive. This is dire shit. Fuck the law. Fuck the law in this situation.
Geneva suggestions.
Well, they're
Well-
coming back to where there is law, eventually,
Yeah.
right? I think,
Maybe not if they let Danny hang out in the pod.
right. I'm not saying this guy is not, what he did was not wrong. Of course it was.
And I agree,
No,
he's a
but
liability.
I think what
just-
Jeff is really trying to say here is like, if they really wanted to exile him, like, don't give him any food because your food's already scarce as it is.
Right.
So, like, why are you dedicating food to this guy?
The idea is that he is going to at least survive in this pod. So you have to give him food. They're not trying to kill him. They just want him away from being able to fuck anything up.
steal more meds or whatever he might do.
If this Korean pod wasn't there, well, then they would have to figure something
they'd
out.
have to keep him there. I think you all make good points. for the record. And I'm not. It's a tough one here. I just think that Danny trying to live here by himself.
It's a no-win scenario, Dave.
It's a no-win scenario. It's
Right.
it almost feels like Danielle and Ed are almost like his surrogate parents here, and they're like, well, I guess we gotta lock him in his room or something.
They know
No,
what
they're
this
just
means.
both responsible for his idiots.
Well, Ed's responsible for him being here, right? Like Danielle said, don't bring him to Mars, and like here we are, and Ed's I think come to the realization that he was wrong about Danny. He didn't want to see the issues and all that. So anyway, it's a sad ending here for Danny Stevens.
Well, I think in fairness, like Gordo had a lot of problems, and he turned around and became a hero. I think that's kind of where Ed was coming from.
And maybe that's why Danny wanted to fly the mission. Like, let me be a hero. Let me be like my parents were.
And the first episode of this season, Danny was a hero. He proved he saved everyone on that floating monstrosity of a hotel.
Right.
So like there was evidence for why Ed did what he did. It wasn't like he was completely blind. But yes, Danny had a lot of issues, but a lot of that was hidden by the corrupt police, and like there was a lot of that going on with Danny.
Yeah, but don't forget he's also he's got this wife and child back at home. Maybe he'll be reunited with them eventually. But he's now traded places with Lee, and now he's leaving all his old food containers in this area down below, letting that move on. Well, back at Happy Valley, they're doing their mission reports. I think there's a bit of a voiceover here.
It's Kelly doing the voiceover.
Oh yeah, that's why I forget. Anyway, so we got Lee talking with his wife again. He's so happy. Look how happy he is to talk to his wife. And back, and then we got Ellen and Pam. Where at this point, what's going on? What are we doing? I don't know. We're making it up as we go. Oh, okay, fun.
Wasn't she with someone else?
Blah.
We're not sure if she ever really went back
cares?
to her. So
I don't think that they were together. Like they haven't. There's been no reference to her, no mention of her for some time.
Right. Yeah. So it seems like Pam's just been living it up single here all this time. So they're gonna give it a go and come on. She gives her that come hither look, and they're gonna figure this out. As come on in with the Secret Service. We got the newspaper here. This is now looks like I'm not sure exactly what month. Something the first 1995 here on now it's going to be called the Molly Cobb Space Center instead of the Johnson Space Center. Mm-hmm. And we see look who it is, Sergey. He's living it up here in the U.S. of A. He's got the paper. He's got the white picket fence neighbor. It's all coming out here for Sergey. He's got out of the gulag and he's living the American dream. So heading on in. Meanwhile, guess who's got a Soviet-esque alarm clock with that kind of foreign-sounding ring? Well, we don't know who it is. Who's coming in? As we get the time jump ahead to 2003, the feet come down, the pajamas are on, and the curtains open up to reveal Russia, either Moscow or Star City. I'm not entirely sure.
It's not. It doesn't. Like they would have put the the Onion Cathedral.
Yeah, I think it must be Star City, and look who it is with new frames. Margot. Now
Her hair didn't
Harry
change.
Potter.
Adam, do you like this hair better?
No.
Now, haircut aside, the first time I watched this, literal jaw drop. This was like an amazing ending for me. I loved it. It was a shocker, and I couldn't wait to see what happened in the next
Heather, first of all, I challenge you to come on with a wig like that sometime.
And the glasses.
Second thing, yes, and Harry Potter glasses, it's good. But I didn't like this ending. I really don't like her. I want her to go away. She's my next target.
You want you want the Danny treatment for Margot.
No,
Welcome
Danny didn't get the
to the
Danny didn't get
trade,
the
my
I was
friend.
put her
required
into
to
a
have her
pod in Russia. You can't, or on Mars. You can't trust her.
I wanted to see the last scene of her getting her ass beat in the gulag. That would have been way better.
Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you?
I love that she's now in Russia and Miguel is in
Yeah.
America.
Yeah, they switch roles. Yeah.
Or you mean
Sergey.
Sergey?
Sergey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at they've traded spots now. Exactly.
Yeah.
Places.
Here they are. Anyway, so that is the teaser here, and as we look ahead to the next season, and that is the end of season 3. Everybody,
Bye, Molly.
and that episode.
Everybody else I didn't care about.
Karen's gone, but don't worry, everyone. Molly, or you got Margot at least for a little while more.
Should have been Margot.
Yay!
Yay! Adam's excited. Do we have any trivia or fun facts?
We
to
do.
share?
Actually, we do tonight.
Amazing.
We do.
Hold on,
Dave.
let's get the fun facts banner up here. Sexy fun facts with Adam.
That's the new segment name, by the way.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Dave, I did some tallying. We've got,
Jeez.
Okay.
having said the F-bomb, no, just kidding. This is, you asked about how many people being convicted of treason in the U.S.
Yes.
All right, since 1790. Okay, 1790. So George Washington is president. The first person was convicted of treason and sentenced to hanging for the Whiskey Rebellion. So after the war against England, and they seceded and whatnot, George Washington levied a tax called the whiskey tax to pay for the war. And this guy named Philip Virgil and John Mitchell, they decided, no, we're not going to pay the taxes. So they were convicted of treason. However, what you didn't see on this little tally is the pardoned list. So we got 21 people convicted and 7 pardoned by
Now-
presidents.
So Ellen could the thing with Margot is like, even though if she's guilty of treason, she like knows the president, and she could have got a pardon.
That's what I
Right.
thought they were going to do.
So just this is kind of interesting. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but basically between 1790 and 1862, there was about 7 of them convicted, and then nothing happened until 1922, when a guy was convicted of treason because he marched in the miners' march against coal companies and the U.S. Army in West Virginia. He was sentenced to 10 years. And then he was acquitted. But the interesting was 1942, Max Stefan, a German-born Detroit tavern maker, was convicted of treason on July 2nd, 1942, after the jury deliberation for only 1 hour and 23 minutes. He harbored and fed a Luftwaffe pilot in his tavern who escaped from a Canadian POW camp.
A what? An Entalufa?
No, Luftwaffe.
Luftwaffe, the German
Air Force.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He was later pardoned by Roosevelt, but just sentenced to life in prison. And then it went on, and nobody was really convicted with or sentenced to death for ever. But the last one was in 1952. But she was eventually released by Kennedy as well.
Oh. So it seems like this is not necessarily a charge that is too popular or sticks very often.
No.
Okay.
Which is probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so there
Imagine
was
how many people would have been killed by Trump already.
some facts here. President Wilson's statement, "We didn't do these things because they're easy, but because they're hard," is paraphrasing the speech by John F. Kennedy, where he said, "We choose to go to the moon in this decade to do other things, not because they're easy, but because they are hard."
I like that little bit of Kennedy right
Hard.
at the end there.
Kennedy like to get hard.
A little bit hard. Say it, Frenchie. Chowder.
The cassette player used by Lee Jung-Jill was a Caliphone cassette 1500 dating from around 1984. These were made in China for American schools and libraries, but it's not unrealistic that the North Koreans would have one.
It's only unrealistic that they would make it to Mars.
Yes.
Dave, you caught it. The van used by, that Jimmy had was stuck in had 1701 on it. This is a nod to Gene Roddenberry and the Enterprise from Ronald D. Moore. Okay, the footage used to portray the bombing of the Johnson Space Center was actually used from the Murrah bombing building in Oklahoma City. And like I said, you could see the fire trucks with OKC on them, which is the Oklahoma City Fire Department. And the actually picture you saw of that building collapse was that government building.
Okay. Yeah, I remember. I was young when that happened, but I definitely can remember that all. And
Yeah, I was working in the hospital then. Okay, Stranger in a Strange Land. It was the name of a Robert Heinlein novel about the first human born on Mars.
and yet this baby gets born not on Mars but in space. Ultimately,
Conceived on Mars.
But it kind of and it works really well for just for Lee there being the stranger in a strange land as well.
The shot of Ed Baldwin walking away from the smoldering wreckage of the lander towards the approaching rover is likely homage to the shot in The Right Stuff, where Chuck Yeager, after ejecting from his F-104 fighter, walked away from that smoldering wreckage in the exact same manner. I knew I'd seen that shot before. I couldn't remember what it was.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
Good series if you haven't seen it.
The Right Stuff? It's a long movie.
Well, the movie itself was good. Oh no, sorry, it's not called The Right Stuff. The To the Earth and the Moon or whatever. The one that Tom Hanks did. They used some
From
of
the
the
Earth to the Moon.
stuff in there too. From the Earth to the Moon, that's it.
There's in fact, a correction about the bomb not being nearly large enough to do the damage that was shown. There was only 4 barrels in the back of the news van. Just to give context, the van that was used in the Oklahoma City bombing had 3 dozen 55-gallon drums in it of the fertilizer. So 36 drums.
Yeah, it was a cube van, right?
Right.
Yeah, it was a rider moving truck, 20 feet long.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this was smaller than
The good news is that terrible statue wasn't there.
the statue of Stevens.
It survives.
Like,
It survived.
No one ever even questions like where that statue went and like
Because they all hated it.
they all
Yeah.
hated it.
It's just like nobody's going to question where that fucking baby is going to be next season.
Yeah, no one's gonna care.
Well, the baby would be older by then.
Won't be a baby anymore.
And with that, we're going to turn over to ratings.
Okay, and you're sure that North Korean space people are called not cosmonauts? Because I was trying to look.
If you can find it differently, go ahead.
I heard that. Okay, so like the one thing I found here was that they might be like the translation might be space conqueror, or something more than like astronaut. But well, they have a space program. North Korea has not sent a citizen yet into space, so it hasn't really become an issue either.
They haven't had a name yet.
They haven't had to really settle on a name. Okay, well, thank you, Adam, for the fun facts, and we will be heading into our ratings here next.
Those were sexy, by the way.
These were sexy.
Sexy fun facts.
Sexy.
I tried, but in treason, there's not a lot of sex. Actually, you ever see The Americans?
Well, depends.
You clearly aren't having the best sex then.
Marco
Or the best treason.
Or the
You
best.
never had the
reason, for
best
that matter.
sex until you had the original treason. Okay, let's head into our ratings, everyone, and rate this episode and finish out season 3. And unless we're all going to give this a bad mark, season 3 has already beat season 2, but I don't know if it's going to catch season 1. But we'll see how these ratings shake out. Jody, you're up first.
Oh. This is a solid 9.5 for me.
9.5 from Jody. Adam.
I'm just looking at my other scores. I'm going to go with a 9.
9.
9.9?
9.
Right.
9. Sorry. 9.0.
9.0. Okay. Okay. I like this finale. I like the whole thing with the Korean guy in the beginning, and like the sequence is good. I love that they killed off a couple characters here that they're not afraid to mix it up. So I'm 9.5 too. I'm going strong on this. Kevin.
This is a 10 for sure. They took a finale and made a story the main part that I don't care about at all, and I was still totally entertained by this episode.
I agree.
All right, Heather.
Yeah.
It is the 9.5 from me. The only reason I deducted it is, you guessed it, Kelly and her dumb baby.
Yeah,
That's why I took my 0.5 off.
Yeah, that was my same thing too. But she's not in the episode a lot, really. So
I'm not going to let that dumb baby ruin my ratings. No way.
Dumb baby.
And Jeff, you're the last one.
I'll just go 10. I think it started strong, finished strong.
Dave, I want to revise mine, please. You guys are
All
too high. I'm going to go to 8.
What?
Your zero brought the season score down enough, Pat.
Just out of spite.
I feel we've created
How dare you all? How dare you all like this so much? All right.
We've created a monster.
9.4 is
It
our
didn't pull it down
average.
as much as I wanted, so leave
That's a really dick move there, Adam, by the way.
I love
I like it.
I would
like
have
it.
totally
I love
did
it.
that.
He's like, no, you haven't changed my mind. You've just steeled my resolve. I am going to make.
Adam's in his villain era, and I'm here
I
for it.
love Adam
Yeah.
and Villain era. It's great.
So we're averaging 9.4. The IMDb score is 8.8 for this episode. So not terrible. So we're averaging 9.1. So season 3 as a whole averaged 8.2. It did not live up to season 1's 8.7, but it beat out season 2's 7.7. So that's our ratings for this one. That is the end of season 3, and I want to thank the whole panel for another 10 weeks of going through this and catching up with all the story. For the good, the bad, the ups and the downs. In particular, Bring It Down was a pretty big down for us this season. So
Yeah, Kelly. Ugh.
now we look ahead to season 4. Season 4 is set in the 2000s, basically. 2003 is where we pick up here. It's been a minute
remember
since I've
those.
watched it. I'm curious to see what the reactions of the group are going to be as we go through it. We'll be back for season 4, episode 1. It's called Glasnost. Glasnost or something.
Beast.
Yes. It's a fancy word. I don't know how to say it.
Do you know what Glasnost is, Dave?
I don't.
Okay, well, I'm sure Adam will be happy to tell us in sexy fun facts. Spoiler: Glasnost, not sexy.
Not at all.
Anything
But
would
it
be
changed
sexy.
the world. It changed the world.
It did.
All right. Well, I'm excited to find out about it. So look out for that. We're continuing to season 4, and season 5 apparently is coming out sometime this year, maybe next year, but it is apparently happening. So we'll have even more beyond season 4 to do. So that's exciting. I want to thank everyone again, and look out tomorrow night. We'll be on for Star Trek: The Next Generation. We cover Star Trek: The Next Generation here all the time. We'll be talking about The Price tomorrow.
Yeah.
The spandex episode.
Yeah, we got Kevin. I think we got Jane and Heather, and
Me.
Adam's threatening to come in and just shit all over the episode.
Oh, it's so bad.
So we're gonna,
I gotta
I'm
lower
coming
the
in.
score.
I don't know about. I don't know. I'm gonna watch it.
Adam,
now.
you're really running the Jody playbook here. You know that, right? Like this is
yeah.
like I'm known for jumping in random podcasts and telling them that it's garbage.
Well,
He's coming
thanks.
for your gig, Jody.
Yeah,
You know what? If
There could
anybody
be
can
only
do it,
one.
it's Adam.
Yeah.
Evil Adam is fantastic. I
Evil Adam, Mirror Adam. Here we
Evil
go.
Adam.
Yeah.
No such thing.
In the mirror universe, perhaps. All right, well, we're going to close this
Evil
out
goatee.
before we hit the 2-hour mark. So thanks again, everyone. Check us out, all the other Live Long and Podcast shows and the United Federation of Podcasts. And we'll see you next time here on Live Long and Podcast. Good night.
Good night.
Beam up some Star Trek content with Live Long and Podcast. A roundtable movie discussion with Hey, did you see this one? And take a peek into the darkness with Heard Noise, Must Investigate with Michael Chan. Watch us duke it out on trivial debates. And let's chat about TV with the Super Mater Brothers. It's all here on the United Federation of Podcasts.